You already know what time it is. You are now tuned in with your guys, Big Joe and Lil Joe. Pops, you got something you want to say real quick?
What's up out there? What's going on with y'all? Now, I'm just ready to do whatever you want to do, man. Let's talk about it.
Hey, what's up? Y'all already know. First and foremost, commercial break me, please. If you ain't already tuned in to my daddy YouTube channel, like I told y'all before, if you enjoyed me telling stories, I'm telling you, my pops got way more stories than me. As we all know, he been locked up 30 plus. 30 plus, so he got 30 plus.
Oh, my God. Every time you say that, it takes my breath away.
Yeah, his channel is Doing Time with Joe. It's DOIN Time with Joe. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the way across the board as far as podcast. But I really ain't had nothing, you know what I'm saying, planned or nothing, but I do know I get this question a lot, so I want to ask you, do you remember the first altercation you got in? What was the first fight? What was the situation and what was that like for you first time in prison? How long was you in prison before it happened? What was the situation? What was the rundown?
Oh, okay. The first fight. You want to go to prison or like jail?
Both.
The first, both. Okay. Okay. The first time I got to fight in the county jail, right? It was this dude, man. This dude about like 6'6". About 6'6", man, and he turned on the TV. You know, back in the day, we had MTV. I don't know if anybody out there remember that, right? But we had MTV, right?
Yeah.
Where they show music videos and stuff. Right, so we sitting in the pod, man. And the pod is with an open bay. Everybody sitting out there watching the TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to watch it from the cell that I was in, right? Because we had the bars where you could see out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we sitting there, everybody sitting there, and this dude gets up. He wants to turn the channel to The Price is Right. So everybody really scared him. So I said, man, turn that TV back, man.
Yeah.
He looked back at me, man. Didn't even say nothing. I thought this dude about 6'6" now. He ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? He turned back and looked at me, man. I said, pop my cell. I told Mr. Go, that was the police back here today. I said, pop the door.
Yeah.
He popped the door. I come out, right? I'm pacing the floor because I got a couple of my partners with me, Walter Jr. and Big Al. Right? We walking up and down in the pod, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I can't go straight at this dude.
Yeah.
His hands look like they big as,
Yeah.
you know, a tennis paddle. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, here. I got to size him up. We walking back and forth. This fool, he's so bold, he turned his back to me.
Yeah.
So I'm walking back down this time, right? And they had these little plastic stools. I run down, I jump up on the stool, right? And somebody yelled at him and hollered. And I don't know if you ever seen that movie Troy, right?
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt.
I done seen Troy. Yeah.
Yeah, I come off that thing, I'm flying just like that straight into his face.
Yeah.
One lick, dropped it.
Yeah.
Dropped it right there. Dropped it. Dropped it right then and there. And I stood over him, right?
Yeah.
Look, I'm looking at him. I'm hoping he knocked out.
Yeah.
Because if you get up, it's going down, right? If you get up, it's going down. I had to go on and do it, right?
Yeah.
But after that night, look here, they came in and the police drug him out the pod by his feet. Drug him out the pod, took him to the other floor. When I seen him when I went out to play basketball a couple of days later, he on the window hollering at me, talking about, hey, Joe T, man, can I come back to the pod? He showed me his face then, like a real cow. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, you can't come back down here, man. No, I won't even talk to you no more, man. Get off the window.
And what was the situation? What was the situation in prison?
Well, at the prison, man, it was about some money. Always, it was about some money, man.
How long had you been locked up before your first fight in prison?
Man, let me think. It wasn't that long, man. It wasn't that long because when I initially went, man, I was on max. They put right in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I went through classification, man, they maxed me out off the top, man.
Right.
Because, they said I was going to death row, so
right.
we're going to send you out on the max and get you ready. You know? So,
right.
Yeah, I stayed on max 3.5 years. As soon as I got off max, it was about a month or two, man. It was about a month or two, man. I'll never forget it, man. Right there in Unit 5, man. It really big.
You owed them some money. They owed you.
No, I don't owe no. Man, I don't owe nobody no money, man. What's wrong with you? I don't do that. They owe me. No, I don't do no owing. You supposed to know better. You tripping.
Now, when it came to you getting the money, cause I know people approach situations different ways, and I know that's you in younger time. So was it what they?
I was young,
it was the bump down. Like, what's up? What?
It was the straight bump down. Yeah, it was a straight bump down because he owed me this money, man. He went to visit. See, back in the day, you got to remember, back then, we can get green money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not legal, but we get green money, when they do the Western Union money orders. You feel what I'm saying? We do the Western Union money orders. So anyway, he's supposed to give me some green money. So on unit 5, you got the wreck yard. It's behind the unit. So I go out. We going out the door together. I said, man, you got my money, man, big homie. He looked at me and said, nah, I ain't got it, Joe T. I ain't got your money, man. You got to give me another week.
Yeah.
I said, nah, I need my money today because I had something coming in and I got to pay somebody that was take care of my bill. I got to pay them that money. They ain't want no week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, I said, I got to take care of my business, man. I need my money right now.
Right.
You know, because I was banking on that and I played myself because I had some money. I sent it all out because I'm banking on this. You feel what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I'm telling him I need my money.
Yeah.
But he said, man, I ain't got it. I don't know what you gonna do. I can't get it. I said, you better go get it. By the time I come back, because we was getting ready to go to the chow hall too, right? So I said, by the time I come back from the chow hall, I need my bread, man.
Yeah.
You know what it is, right? So I turned around, I walked the chow, I'm going down to the chow hall. A couple of guys, we walking and talking, they asked me what I'm gonna do. I said, what you asking me what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm finna do. If he ain't got my bread, we finna get him up. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, right? So when I get back, I was stupid back then. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was stupid, man. You know, so we get back, he out on the ball field.
Yeah.
He ready. He ready. He ain't playing with me.
Yeah.
He's standing there up under the little weight shack. They had a weight shack. There really wasn't a lot of weights out there, right? So I walk up on him. I said, what? Right in his face. Right in his face. I said, where my money at? As soon as I hit it.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I hit him, he buckled.
Yeah.
Come right back at me, though. Come right back at me. Dude scooped me, man, so fast. He scooped me. When I hit that ground, my back hit the ground and my head hit it. He on top of it.
Yeah.
I wrapped my legs around him. I'm squeezing. I could see it right now. What I'm telling you, man.
So
I wrapped my legs around. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you feel like this was one of them? Cause I feel like back even when I came in, there's always a situation that kind of lay the foundation of how you gonna be treated in the penitentiary. Do you feel like they kind of set a tone or a foundation for you as far as how people would approach you or how people would deal with you?
Oh, ain't no question about it. Because at the end of the day, if you let somebody take something from you in here, especially if they owe you, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If they owe you, man, and you put it out there, and they don't come back with yours, if you let them get away with that, it's over with that. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
If they get away with that, that's over with. You can't sell nothing. You can't do nothing.
Yeah.
And them wolves might come take what you got just because you ain't willing to stand up for your own.
Yeah, and just that simple. It could be the smallest situation. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you let somebody take something from you. Even it could be ugly for you. Even because I done seen people that even defend themselves, but in the loss of a fight, you know what I'm saying, you lose that. You get picked on. People feel like just because you lost that one fight, they feel like you gonna lose them all after that. And it's just the environment in there, especially letting people take stuff from you. Listen, you lose all respect when somebody done. Even if you don't fight or do nothing about it, you're gonna have a long. Listen, it's a long time from there. It's a long time.
Nah, it's gonna be real hard. But see, back when I first came in though, it was slightly different. Where they wanted to see you stand up. You feel me? You got to stand up, and if you don't stand up, man, win or lose, you got to stand up.
Right.
But if you don't stand up, man, it's over with.
Yeah.
And it did set the tone. It set the tone for real.
Yeah.
It's just like from here on out, man. Pay him. It's gonna be some problem.
And then another question I want to ask, because the first one that you said, the big dude, you know what I'm saying, you kind of, I guess you were kind of in your head because of his size and his stature, you know what I'm saying, you named that he was 6'6".
He was 6'6".
I've seen a couple of times in the penitentiary where even the toughest or the baddest dude, you know what I'm saying, all it takes is that one humbling moment, and they just, they the nicest people, you know what I'm saying, ever, you know what I'm saying, yeah. All it takes is for them to. Go ahead.
What's weird about that dude, not to cut you off, this same dude, we ended up on Max together, man. We on Max together. Listen to me. Man, he treated me with the utmost respect, but this dude was so big, and by the time he came down on Max with me, because like I say, I'm on Max for 3.5 years, this dude was so big, and you've been on Max, you know how the doors are. These doors are heavy metal doors.
Right.
Listen to me when I tell you this, man. This dude, you know how on Max sometimes everybody had them days, and they want to shoot out.
Yeah.
He started kicking the door. He got his back to the door. He kicking the door with his heel. He kicking it so hard. I ain't never, to this day, still seen this where somebody kicked the door off the hinges.
Yeah.
It didn't kick the door off. It was a Superman moment, but he knocked one of the hinges off. And I'm in my cell. I'm across the way, right? I'm in the cell, and I flash back to that fight. I said, "Ooh, I'm glad I knocked him out." That would have been an ugly time. Yeah.
And about Max, you say you did 2 years. You did 3 years on Max. I did like 2. I did like 2 years and 3 months. What was that like?
That was hard, man. That was probably the hardest. I mean, psychologically, it was hard, man. It was hard.
Why?
It messed my head up. It messed me up. It gave me an unrealistic view of prison.
How so? I need some details. How so? How did it make it?
Okay. Then back in the back, even though it was hard, but back in the back, we had everything we needed. And listen to me, I already got a life sentence, going to trial for the death penalty. I ended up not getting the death penalty, got another life sentence. I didn't want to leave Max. I wanted to stay back there. It gave me this idea that I could just stay back there in that small space, in that cell. That was enough for me. And that messed me up and I know it messed me up. This is how I found out that it messed me up. I remember when I got off Max, I was going to chow with some guys out of Unit 5 that we were in, right? Now on Max, you go nowhere without shackles on your feet.
Right?
With on your ankles, okay? Back in the day. So we're out and we're walking back from Unit 5. Going from Unit 5, going from the chow hall back to Unit 5. And you know how you walk on with chains on, taking little choppy steps? You know how you do that? I was taking little choppy steps, man. I didn't even realize I had been doing that since I got out of the hole. So this particular day, Brooke and them just stopped. And then I'm still moving, and then I noticed ain't nobody beside me. And I said, "Man, what y'all doing?" They said, "Joe T, look here, man, you gonna have to quit that." And I'm like, "What you talking about?" They said, "Man, look at how you walk."
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me, man.
Yeah.
It's like, man, them folks it had messed me up so bad. I had adapted to being back there mentally in every way, man. How I associated with people. I didn't really like being in crowds. You feel what I'm saying? Even though I ain't never been like that anyway, I didn't like being in crowds, man, because I got used to being by myself.
Yeah.
It's hard to carry on a conversation. Now, when we were in the cell, like if I'm in a cell, and I'm yelling through the door talking to somebody, I can talk all night to you.
Yeah.
But if I'm out on the block with you, out on the rock with
It's
you,
different.
I don't want to rap because I'm spending too much time watching everything.
Yeah.
But in the cell on Max, you get up on the vent and you can talk. You safe.
Right.
You can say whatever you want to say back and forth. You ain't got to worry about nobody coming up behind you. But when I'm out on the block, I got to watch everything. So I ain't like being around people.
Right.
And I started to notice it. Yeah, man. I started noticing stuff.
Yeah, Max. I experienced the same stuff, man. When I came off Max, when I came off Max, they sent me to close, and then I stayed back there on close. I think about 4, probably almost 6 months, man. And I can remember even just walking in the unit, just how loud it was, and the movement alone. Of course, you're trying to carry yourself a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because I recognized it to an extent that I realized I was off. You know what I'm saying? I was off. I don't know if I did the choppy step thing, you know what I'm saying? but I do remember now. Anytime that dope pop, you're gonna have shackles on your feet. I don't care where you're going. And I can remember having a lot of anxiety, just like you said, having to talk to people up close and personal versus talking to them through the door. I think that's when I actually took a form of therapy. The first time I took a form of therapy, man, and that's when that person had told me, whatever you do, don't quit talking. You know what I'm saying? Keep talking. Because, I had to express you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to bottle that in because, in a penitentiary, in that environment, you got to bottle that in, because they got masculinity, defined completely different. In a penitentiary, if you showing that, they'll look at it like a sign of weakness, and you can't ask for help. You got to fight through that stuff. You got to tough through that and just keep that face on. But how long you think did it take for you to snap completely? I don't think we can get completely out of it.
I have not shaken that yet.
Yeah.
I have not shaken that yet. You know what I mean? Like, you come to visit me, or anybody come to visit me, or whatever the case may be. I'm anxious when I walk through that hallway because all of them people gonna be out there. It takes me a minute to get adjusted to that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I haven't shaken that yet. I'm better because I'm aware of what's going on, but I haven't shaken that, man. I remember, man, when I was on Max, it was this one dude. Every 3 or 4 months, boo, he'll buck him in the shower. He'll go to the shower. He ain't getting out. They got to come in and tase this man. You know you in the shower, you soaking wet. They had to go in there and tase him. And one day, I was fortunate enough to be out on the yard with him at the same time in the cages. And I said, bro, why you keep doing it, man? Them folks coming here hitting you with that thing and popping you upside your head.
He felt safe in there.
Yeah, he felt safe in there, but this is what he told me too. You're right, he did. He said he felt safe in there, but he said to Joe T, he said, you stay over here long enough, you're going to want just another human being to touch you, man.
Yeah.
Because he had already been on Max 3 years before I even got there. Just to have somebody else touch him, it didn't matter how they touched him, he wanted somebody to touch him. Yeah, and he could touch them.
Yeah.
Even though they were fighting, he could touch them.
Yeah.
He said, man, you gonna see.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yeah.
He was right.
Because I used to...
That people take that for granted, man. That
yeah.
just touch another human being, that is, man, that's priceless, man. But again, you don't pay attention to that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I can like when you were saying, I can recall a lot of dudes I had done time with. They was up there, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Some of them 10, 15. Matter of fact, I remember Muhammad, I think Muhammad had been back there 15 years. But every time he would get ready to come off Max, he would get into it with the police. They'll be taking him they'll be taking him to the yard. He'll get the fight with the police in his handcuffs and shackles just so they can add the time. But I didn't really understand at the time until I got off. It's like a person who done been in prison for a long time, then they just throw you out in the outside world and expect you to know how to function and deal with things, that anxiety, that stress, you know what I'm saying? And out of fear, subconsciously, you just try to put yourself back into that bubble so you can feel, safe again.
Yeah. And as weird as that may sound, when you're in that cell, you feel safe.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else in there. Can't nobody get in there without a key. You know what I'm saying? And even though you might be in there for whatever reason, it's safer in there. It makes you feel safer in there, and it messes up your head.
Yeah. It's designed. It's got to be designed for that. It's no way whoever, I understand that, they gotta try to keep the prison safe and they try to, separate the people that they feel, when it comes to behavior issues and lock them down like that. But to lock a person down, I don't even gonna say years. I'm gonna say weeks at a time on 23-1 is just torture to any human brain, point blank, man.
Yeah. It'll wear your brain out. They changed a lot of the rules now. Like if they keep you on for a certain amount of time, they gotta let you out of that cell so you can walk around, stretch your legs, for at least 24 hours. They can't keep you on there now beyond 5 years without giving you a break out of there, but you go right back. It's like, it really is not enough because you need a long time. And like I say, I still haven't been able to shake some of the things that happened to me, that isolation and feeling more comfortable with that isolation versus, being around people. I still haven't shook that. So let somebody out of the cell for 7 days or 7 hours, as a break from being in there continually, for months and years, that's just not enough. But I understand, they know that there's something wrong. They know that they got to do something, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough,
and then on top of that, a lot of them, you ain't got no family support. You sitting back there with no TV, no radio.
That'll drive you insane, man. You'll walk around you'll walk laps in that cell like it's a big yard or something. It ain't nothing but a small space.
For hours. For hours, before, luckily I was on safekeeping and I was able to get the TV and the radio, but having to wait just I waited like 2 months, like 2-3 months even to get it, you know what I'm saying? And sitting in that cell, 23-1, no nothing. It's quiet other than what you hearing other people talk about. And you ain't got nothing to watch. You can't watch TV. You can't listen to no radio. You ain't doing nothing but pacing your flow and your thoughts like that. Like you gon' man. Ain't no way you snapping back completely after that.
No, not without some help, man. For real, not without some help. Because if you don't even understand what's going on, I'm just blessed enough to understand what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and have people, you know what I'm saying, around me, you know, that to tell me, look, you going through this or you going through that, and I listen to them. But man, nah, that ain't, it's that Max ain't no joke, man.
Nah, it ain't no joke for anybody. And I'm glad we had that conversation, because I'm telling you, like, people don't realize, man, in 5 seconds, man, you throw your future away. Then you get in that system, man, you get behind that door, and especially if you have to get behind that big door, that Max, man, listen, you gonna realize, I don't care who you hang around, who you calling yourself being real to, calling yourself being loyal to. I don't care what, you know, that snitching stuff. I don't care who you think. Man, listen to me. Telling the truth gonna be the best thing going. I don't know if it's gonna get you a better, I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you thinking in your right mind, you're gonna abide by street laws and codes and guidelines, and you end up having to be behind that door, man, that's the worst. It's the worst torture you get to listen to me. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't care if you got people getting you weed, using phone, it ain't none of that gonna make up. Ain't none of that gonna make up for what that's gonna do to you mentally, man. I'm telling you now, that big dog, that big dog gonna do you down.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's gonna break you all the way down. Yeah. It's gonna break you all the way down.
I tell people all the time, man, and then people come out of prison and, you know, they got the mindset of thinking they survived. Man, yeah, physically, yeah, you alive. Yeah, you alive. But you know that mental fight of coming up out of there, you know, that can't nobody see. Man, listen. Okay.
Yeah. See, a lot of cats, man. They the physical aspect is they think that's cool, but the mental, when you around everybody else is suffering from the same thing, and ain't nobody got enough sense to say, like they did me, hey bro, you need to quit walking like it. If you don't have people around you that got enough sense to say something wrong with you, bro, then you thinking everything's straight, because everybody else is acting the same way, man. Everybody else got something going on with them. You feel?
Before we end it, because I'm pretty sure it's on a couple of minutes, I want to hit on what you just said, man. When you said it's no way you can get better when you're around people who are in the same condition, because can't nobody see.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that real quick, and I'm gonna end it with that one.
Well, I'll say it like this: everybody in this pod that I'm in, right? I'm just using hypothetically. Everybody in this pod has suffered some kind of trauma due to this penitentiary, right? Whether it be on max or whatever, close, whatever. Now, all of us got the same issues with trauma. It ain't none of us pointing it out to the other person. You feel me? We thinking that we're normal. We're all normal because this is what it looks like to us every day. You feel me? So I keep going on as I'm going on because this is what it is. I'm not realizing that this is whack. If somebody comes into this pod that
you have 1 minute remaining,
that has not been through what we've been through, then they'll look at us and say, man, something wrong with y'all. Like when they bring visitors in and visitors looking at us while we looking at them like we looking like animals, they haven't suffered the traumas that we have, so they look at us, they know something wrong with us, but we don't. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Y'all already know what time it is. You doing time with you already know you kicking it with your boy Big Joe and Lil Joe. Daddy, you finna call back?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back in just a sec. Yeah.
All right, love you. Man, look, I'm gonna end it because look, I didn't expect it for it to be this long, but if you still rocking with me, look, what my daddy just said about being around the same people, the same environment where everybody's suffering from the same condition. I want to talk about denial and delusion, because it's no way you're gonna even be accepted. You can't embrace and even accept, you know what I'm saying, somebody telling you a truth when your environment, when you're a product of your environment and everything around you. How in the world somebody even gonna open your eyes and open your ear and you open your ears to even listen when you know you comfortable right there? So the minute somebody start telling you or trying to make you recognize something, you ain't gonna be open to receive that. You know why? Because you're gonna go right back around all them people. Right back around all them people that's gonna make you feel, that's gonna help you stay in your comfort zone, help you stay stagnant, and then you're gonna look up one day and you're gonna realize that the things that people was trying to tell you was the things you should have been listening to. And I'm gonna end there with saying, get around people that's gonna tell you the truth, even if it risks the friendship. Because if you go to the scripture, it says, faithful are the wounds of a friend, deceitful are the kisses of the enemy. Meaning, I'll risk the friendship before I lie to you.